The Weekly Warp Pipe.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Weekly Warp Pipe, a podcast dedicated to retro video games, 80s and 90s toys, and all things nostalgia. This week, we're jumping in the Warp Pipe and going back and taking a look at a time when people had mascots for their video games, essentially. Each franchise or perhaps platform had distinct mascots. Kind of want to dive into that and reminisce on how that was. What's up, Jay?
What's up, Russ?
Mascots. Love them, hate them. There were some rivals.
I think they're pretty essential to forming a good brand.
Right, absolutely. So like they basically, when you see them, you're like, okay, obviously Mario. You're like Mario's Nintendo.
That's
Sonic is on Sega Genesis.
Yep.
Those are the two big ones that everyone's going to talk about. And we'll get into some other ones. And we talked to you guys as well to see what you said. But certainly, you could see how Mario changed throughout the years from when he was an early mascot. But
yeah, he definitely has changed. He seems dumber the further he gets into his creation. Early on, he, based on the knowledge I have, because I was watching the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, he was more intellectual and could talk and carry on a conversation. Now he's just like, it's me, a Mario. Oh boy! And I'm like, how'd you get so stupid, Mario? Like,
I mean,
you used to be
hit all those bricks.
maybe, dude. Hey, maybe it fits the mold. I don't know, but that's. I did not consider that. He does hit a lot of bricks with his head.
Right.
He's probably got some Dame Bramage.
And then you had Sonic came out, and Sega's whole stitch was like, they're doing what Nintendo doesn't, they're edgier, a little edgier. So they needed a mascot that was a little bit more edgier, because they did have, I believe, their original mascot was
it Alex Kidd?
Alex Kidd.
Yeah, and what is Alex Kidd? He looks like a derpy monkey.
Right. He's like a weird humanoid.
I don't know what he is, but
monkey.
He looks stupid. Alex Kidd, you suck.
I could bring up a picture of him, so if you guys don't know.
He's like, I'm Alex Kidd.
I mean, especially, I think he was originally with the
Master System. The Master System. Anybody know what that's from?
I don't.
My Retro Life. Which I will bring up every podcast.
Shout out to Tyler.
That's right.
So now Alex Kidd did get a re-release game.
See him doing the karate kick there and the red and yellow jumpsuit.
Right.
That's all I think of when I think of Alex Kidd. He has a stupid haircut. His ears are dumb, and I hate his outfit.
I mean, even that one there.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if obviously they want him more. He's not like a normal kid. Maybe he's more.
He's more like an Alex Kidd.
An Alex Kidd, like an elf. I don't.
Look at him right there. He looks like your dad.
He looks very older on this Sega Genesis cartridge, I will say.
He's like, yep, I'm just dad. I got a button-up collared shirt, and I'm going to save the day from these weird animals next to me.
Well, it's interesting. I was going to say, okay, so they were trying for like a humanoid mascot. Why didn't it work for them, but it did work for Nintendo having Mario?
I don't know.
A humanoid.
Mario had more character. This thing is just looks like some throwaway character from oh my gosh, I'm blanking here. The Thundercats. He looks like he should be some background character on Thundercats.
Hanging out with Snarf.
Yeah, him and Snarf are best friends, probably in real life. Oh, Snarf.
So for the better judgment, Sega switched over to Sonic, which fits more with their brand. He's got spikes. He's got an attitude. He's a little cocky. He's witty.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, that's us. We got the better games that are more geared towards teenage kids or whatever, and Nintendo's doing that like family fun stuff.
Yep. Insert the crying baby Mario from Yoshi's Island.
That's true. Then I will say, so we had those two there, and then I remember all the ads with PlayStation coming out, and then you got Crash Bandicoot.
Who was trying to usurp Sonic. He had more attitude. He had so much attitude, he was standing in front of Nintendo of America shouting at them.
That was the best, I think, with those commercials that they did, where they had it was literally let's see if I put mascot.
A guy in a
guy
Bandicoot suit.
in a like mascot suit. Like you could clearly see like his head or whatever, like the place for his body.
With a megaphone shouting at Nintendo of America.
And all the commercials were, like this is from literally the commercial with the
Yeah.
megaphone.
Yeah. I mean,
So
it was genius. They basically pulled a Sega Genesis move.
because they literally went to Nintendo headquarters in the commercial and he was like, bring out the plumber or whatever. We got better graphics, like
Yep.
calling them out.
I remember my buddy Mark getting a PlayStation and my friend Drew getting a PlayStation that year and being so jealous. I wanted one so bad. I was dying to see what Crash Bandicoot looked like and play it. And like, if my mom would have only got me one, I might be a PlayStation kid instead of an Xbox kid, but she did.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. But I think Crash was a win.
Yeah, and I mean, again, still like if we jump back to the images here you still have Crash Bandicoot today, um, with his new games. They kind of updated his his little avatar thing here, which looks fine, looks good.
Yeah, he looks alright.
Um, Obviously nothing compared to the mascot version of him, but
Right, right. Hey, slightly off subject, but they recently changed the way Captain Crunch looks, and I hate it.
see, we'll have to do another updated serial episode.
Maybe so, because they're changing the characters, and I'm not happy about it, Kellogg's.
They're messing with
Don't
what
mess
shouldn't
with
be
my
changed.
beloved characters who I remember as a child and make them look soulless. Anyway, so let's talk about another derpy mascot that
Oh,
thank
okay.
goodness they also changed. Let's go back to the TurboGrafx 16 and let's talk a little Keith Courage,
Oh, okay.
who they tried to make their mascot.
What am I googling? No, not Keith Courtney.
Keith Courage. He looked about as derpy as Alex Kidd.
Alex Kidd. TurboGrafx.
So, Russ, were you one of the kids who knew about TurboGrafx 16 when you were young?
I've only played it at one of my friends' houses.
But you were
Unfortunately.
aware that it existed.
Yes.
Okay. I was as well. I remember seeing it in like a wish book when I was deeply desiring to get a Super Nintendo.
Okay.
And I was slightly allured by it because I'd never heard of it. But I was like, if you have to call something Turbo Graphics, it's probably not that good. Like if you have to sell it that hard, that was kind of my, that was kind of like my thought
Maybe it would have been
process.
sold if it was just the PC engine.
I have no idea, but Turbo Graphics did not. To me, it was like this third competitor that just didn't have a chance. I was like, it's not Nintendo or Sega. What is this? This is some. I thought it was like a. This is gonna sound weird, but like maybe like like a lesser system for people that wanted like to buy video games on a budget.
Right. Okay. I see. Where maybe this was like $50 and Nintendo and Sega were like 100 or
And I
whatever.
think they were so much cheaper because they just didn't have the marketing power and the name brand here in America.
Right.
And
Right.
they were already up against a brick wall trying to fight Nintendo and Sega. So they had to bring their prices lower to try to compete.
Right, and like I said, I don't remember seeing it in many stores, and just one of my friends had it, so I was like, okay. So I played Keep Courage here and there.
And maybe had I seen it like in a Toys R Us or something, like in a kiosk, and maybe got to see some gameplay, that might have been more convincing. And maybe I did, but I just don't remember it. I just don't
Right.
remember much about it. But I do remember. I don't remember Keith Courage, but I remember when they made the switch to Bonk, and thank God, because right there you see in that picture where
With
he's on top of that roof.
yes, there.
He's got like a a derpy little costume on. Looks like he should be like a Star Trek character or something. And he reminds me of Alex Kidd. He's just not memorable. You know what I mean? He looks like
Right. He's got white pants on, little green accents.
he
It's
looks like
only when he turns into like the mech Gundam thing you remember
right.
that better.
He looks like he could be like Ash Ketchum's buddy from Pallet Town or something. Just looks like a random character. I don't know.
But yes, what they again, like Alex Kidd to Sonic, they chose Bonks right here in such a way cooler
Way
mascot for
way
sure.
cooler. I mean, this dude had a huge head. You know, he can
Caveman.
caveman. He's bumping people with his head or bonking people with his head. Just much better marketing. Finally came to the Portrait graphics a day too late and a dollar too short. So none of us ever got it and didn't know about it until we were older.
And look, he's cute, cutesy, right? That's pretty
Yeah,
cute.
but if you eat enough of those little caveman steaks,
Right, he does get upset
he gets pissed and he will bonk you to death.
to death. There's like
There he looks. Yeah, he's got
nice
his
little
his his
meanie.
head grew a butt.
He does look like a butt head.
He's a butthead.
But yeah, Bonks definitely anytime says Turbo Graphics, I immediately think Bonks Adventure. Where Bonks came out on was it out on NES
It
as
did come
well?
out eventually on the NES.
Eventually.
I don't know when or how that happened, but yes.
Which I found weird. I'm like, how does that happen? Bonks is Turbo Graphics. Like when we eventually got to the Wii and we had Sonic the Hedgehog on the Wii. And
Yeah.
you're like, what is this? Like, oh, Sonic's coming over.
Yeah, when Sonic
Rival
went to
rival
Nintendo, that was
mascots.
weird. That was weird.
You're like, okay. I was gonna go back because you had mentioned I was Googling before. I never played Xbox, but if we're talking Xbox, right? It's gotta be Master Chief.
That I was thinking about this earlier, Russ, tonight. I was like, all right, we're talking mascots. Who is the mascot for Xbox? And I was like, it's gotta be Master Chief, right? Like
That's what
he
I would think, not being an Xbox guy. Like I know that's like
I'm
one
an
of their
Xbox guy, and I still don't know, but I think it's gotta be Master Chief.
main flagship franchises. They had, obviously look this cool collectible of like Master Chief's helmet.
His helmet
Um,
was a beautiful thing. Like, I love Master Chief. But I played a ton of Halo. A
yeah.
ton. Hours and hours of my life were dedicated to Halo 1, 2, 3. Uh, I got the ODST one time. I thought ODST sucked. Halo Reach was incredible, and
Yeah.
Halo 4 was the last Halo game I played before I became a retro gamer.
Yeah, because I can't even because it would again have to be exclusive to that system to be a mascot there. So what other exclusives are with
I,
Xbox?
I don't know. I remember when Xbox first came out. The only thing I could remember was Oddworld. So I thought that maybe that little
Really?
weird guy from Oddworld.
Oh, I because I played that on PlayStation when that came out.
See, I didn't know that. I got my Xbox in 2003, and when did it come out? Like 2000,
I'm
2001
not 100
maybe.
percent sure. Yeah,
So it was a couple years into its lifespan. So I was just basing that off what I knew about it before I actually got one in
gotcha.
2003. But I
Yeah,
loved the Xbox. Yep.
yeah, Master Chief on there. I will say to jump back to because now you mentioned Oddworld with PlayStation. Another mascot that could be, I guess, a little competitor with Crash Bandicoot. What about Spyro the Dragon?
Spyro, yeah, he was kind of a mascot. He was like almost like a secondary mascot, like kind of like Kirby for Nintendo.
Right, right,
But yeah, I thought Spyro was cool, fun game, and cute little purple dinosaur
right. Yeah, and
or dragon, I guess.
yeah, I guess Dragon Dinosaur. um, yeah, I played one of the Spyro games. Um, but PlayStation definitely think Spyro, Crash. Um, and he has plushes and all that stuff too.
Yeah, I would say he's like their B.
Their B-lister.
Yep,
When Crash is tied up at the award ceremony and
Sin and Spyro.
he needs
While
help.
Crash was harassing Nintendo, Spyro was probably harassing Sega.
Right, right.
blowing
Definitely
some
neat.
blowing some fire at Sonic, trying to make him run.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trying to think, did we miss? Oh, well, so if we could go even more retro, you're thinking Atari mascot. Who would you have to say?
E.T. Just kidding.
E.T. Definitely.
I don't know. Whenever I think of Atari, the first thing I think of is Space Invaders.
Okay, I could see that for sure. You would think most people probably say Pac-Man,
Oh,
but
why did that not come to my mind?
I mean, also like Pac-Man was so big in the arcade when he was ported to Atari. I feel like the port to Atari wasn't
Was a poor
great,
port.
right? So maybe that's why it didn't stick super well. But yeah, I mean, those classic games, I would I would say Pac-Man's a mascot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Space Invaders. I would even maybe say Dig Dug.
Yeah, maybe Dig Dug.
He's like a
But
person.
I am so disappointed in myself that Pac-Man was not my first thought.
Space Invader. It was the Pixels movie, right? They got the big giant Pac-Man on there.
I didn't. I mean, I've seen the commercial, but I never saw that movie because that looks stupid.
I've only seen a half hour of it because it was on in the break room.
Yeah, but that's crazy. That did not come to my mind. I don't know. Namco Museum. Why didn't I think of you?
Right. You can even say like, um, what the heck is his name from Pitfall? Is it Harry
I don't even know.
from the Pitfall game? I think he had a name.
I don't know. But did you remember Jack Black did the commercial for that as a kid?
That's right. Jack Black was in the Pitfall commercial.
Kind of crazy, huh?
Kind of wild.
And now he's Team Mario. Peaches, peaches, peaches.
Let's see. What else do we got for system wise?
Well, it's interesting how Mario changed as a mascot throughout the years. Like you were saying early on, like
Mm,
he was the very 8-bitty pixely Mario early on. Yeah, I guess he was Jumpman in Atari, but I wouldn't call him a mascot just yet as Jumpman.
right. Well,
And
even like promotional stuff, you can see they were still working it out because sometimes he'll have blue overalls with a red shirt or have a blue shirt with red overalls. Like
right, right, getting it down. Even his plushies, he has like weird looking
I have one. Yeah.
variations of plushies. One of them he looks like I don't know, like he has like a plastic Italian, looking face with his I don't know. Maybe I'm stereotyping, but then they went to like Mario 2, and he totally looked different because he had more like the Doki Doki Panic, like with the like vegetables in his hand. And Mario 3 had the tail.
Right.
Mario World, he had the dinosaur. Like that picture's kind of perfect right there, showing how he like evolved.
Right here. Oh, right. I mean, this is the classic one right here, obviously from
Yeah,
Mario One.
yeah.
Most people see here, but yeah, it shows a lot of the evolutions here.
But you-
I
so
feel like they did a lot of art with this with the Mario Two for sure.
back to something I was saying earlier, how I felt Mario got stupider as the games go on. Um, I remember there was a lot of backlash when people found out Chris Pratt was going to be Mario for the Mario movie.
Right.
And they're like, "What do you want him to be like?" "Oh, no." The whole movie are, "It's a me." Like, could you imagine
Right.
him talking like that entire movie? You'd be ready to shoot him with a shotgun. "Shut up, Mario. Let Luigi talk for a while."
Right. Right. Yeah, you can only keep it going for so long, for sure.
Yeah. So I just don't know that that would have worked. I think Chris Pratt did a great job.
There you go.
I said it. I'm the
You
NES
said
addict. It's true.
so good. We could probably jump over. We asked you guys, so I'm curious what you guys chimed in with mascots and see what you said here.
What did you say? What did you say?
Springfield, let's hear from you.
All right, if you guys want to tune in with us, we usually post. I usually end up posting on Tuesdays. I did post Monday last week, and we didn't get more since we knew the topic earlier. But you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook page, and on the community tab on YouTube, all the weekly Warp Pipe. Let's check out Instagram. We got Scruffy Gift. Good old Michael Bennett says Donkey Kong. First time I saw him was in arcade form. Super Nintendo was where I fell in love with the big monkey. In ways he reminds me of myself. Strong, somewhat stupid, but fearless. Loyal, almost to a fault. Plus, he first came out in 81,
Dude, he came out on my birthday.
like right on the date.
Like on the date. Like Google it. It'll say July 9th, 1981.
I'll take your word for it.
Me and Donkey Kong are the same exact age.
Nice. We got Eric, Cupper Retro says Luigi.
I knew, yeah. Oh, Eric, he loves Luigi. Eric, go listen to Warp Pipe Wednesday. You'll be excited.
We got TF Gaming, Tyler. He says first ones I think of is Mario, Link, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII for PS1.
Okay, that's a good call.
Yes, I could definitely see that for PlayStation 1 for sure.
So far, between Scruffy and TF Gaming, they've brought up Link, who we haven't mentioned yet,
Yes.
and Donkey Kong, who we haven't mentioned yet. Shame
Right.
on us. Thank God you guys are here to pick up the slack.
Well, moving on to Facebook. We got Matthew Durkin. He says, I don't think we'll ever see a mascot past the popularity of Mario and Sonic. But I was actually kind of surprised about how many I was able to think of when I read this post. We've got classics like Link, Mega Man, Lara Croft.
We're blowing it, Russ.
Scorpion, and Kirby. Then there are the more recent successors of Kratos, Master Chief, Big Daddy from BioShock,
Ooh, I like that.
and the Vault Boy from Fallout.
Yes, sir.
What I think is really interesting, though, are all the mascots that failed during the 816-bit era, trying to be the next big thing. Titus the Fox,
Yeah.
the Noid, Bubsy,
Oh, Bubsy was a good one.
Era the Acrobat,
Another good one.
Rystar, or Ristar. He was like literally just a star. His body.
Star with hands.
Awesome Possum,
Oh yeah, Awesome Possum,
etc. Companies were willing to try just about anything in hopes of hooking the public's interest.
That's true. All
definitely
good
makes good point
mentions there, Matthew.
because, like he said, it was such big success with Mario and Sonic that next company was trying to jump in. So it's like, all right, we need animals.
Anamorphic animals wearing clothes. Awesome
What do you got?
Possum.
Boom.
Yeah.
Nail it out. This one. Era the Acrobat.
Yep. Yep. Every animal you can think of. Let's make it
a cat.
Old Bubsy. He was close.
But I mean, he did get a re-release game, right? Didn't they redo Bubsy?
They did like a Bubsy in 3D, and I remember the AVGN was destroying it.
Gotcha. Let's see, and then we'll head over to our YouTube page. We got Nike 316 says Spyro the Dragon has always been my favorite. I always loved the lightheartedness of the original 3 games. They were adventurous and fun. Corporal Donut.
What a great name.
Mario for sure. He's probably the most iconic mascot of all time.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, Eric Plunk.
And we got Eric Plunk. I always thought Bonk from Bonk's Adventures for the TurboGrafx 16 deserved more love. His used noggin and caveman hijinks oozed 90s attitude.
They did.
Even though the TurboGrafx was in a distinct third place behind Nintendo and Sega, they had plenty of great titles to choose from and a radical mascot in Bonk. Now that Konami owns Hudson Soft, I hope that they bring the little guy back in a new game one day.
That would be cool.
Oh, and Nexus replied to, I guess he didn't put it in there. See, I got to put my boy Zelda in the ring. Just kidding. I know his name is Link. Ever since A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening, the blend of action, puzzle, and exploration has been a part of my life to this very day. When he became an adult in Ocarina of Time, I felt like we were growing together, starting off nearly powerless and gaining awesome weapons and tools made me feel the growth of power throughout every adventure. Plus, the Triforce kind of sums up everything we need: power, wisdom, and most of all, courage.
Well said.
Wow, that was good.
Well said.
Well said on that one. I dig it.
Me too.
Yeah, you guys brought up some good ones there.
I know, man. I'm really thankful for the comments because I feel like if it would have just been up to us, we would have left off a lot of important people.
A lot of the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
If you guys want to call into the show, 949-682-9277. You can leave a message on topics or what we're talking about. Tell us how we're doing. Tell us how we stink at thinking of mascots because Jay forgot Pac-Man and we didn't mention
And
Link,
we didn't mention Link. Golly.
Donkey Kong.
Oh no, dude.
Well, that shows too how because the way I was almost looking at it, you're almost like, okay, Nintendo, Mario, Sega, Sonic. But it was more like Nintendo. We got Mario, we got Donkey Kong, Link, Zelda,
Kirby.
Mega Man, Kirby, like a whole bunch of mascots that essentially are the brand. Where
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo, I feel like has probably the most,
Oh, why didn't we think of Samus?
and Samus. See, there's another one, Nintendo, lovely lady. But then, yeah, you shift gears to PlayStation, and they had mentioned, what the heck? No, I forgot what they had
Was
mentioned.
his name Cloud?
Cloud from Final Fantasy. I was almost thinking, Solid Snake. Like, I feel like Metal Gear really took off when it hit PlayStation. Wasn't that big on the Nintendo system there. So I would almost say PlayStation has Snake on that.
Yeah.
I almost thought Oddworld for PlayStation, but then you mentioned it did come out on Xbox as well.
Which is funny because I didn't know it came out on PlayStation. You're thinking it is for PlayStation. I'm thinking it's for
Right.
Xbox. That's kind of weird.
You're like, wait a minute. Yeah, BioShock
Yeah, Big
is
Daddies,
Big Daddy, definitely big.
Master Chief.
What about
What?
we had got this just made me think of like when I was at the game store, we had gotten a statue from Skyrim, and it was like one of the guys, and I don't know if there's a main guy showing some Mario. I've been trying to get one of those Marios.
eBay, baby, eBay.
I guess see if I pay the price. They have an opened one for $20. Jay's showing off was it 4 and under Mario from McDonald's back in
Yeah,
the day.
sorry. I just decided to make him pop on
Is he
screen.
squishy?
Yeah, so he has okay, there you can see him really good. So he has like a little hole inside. And you
What's that
can
for? To put it on a pencil?
well,
I
I like
guess.
to put it on my pinky.
Oh, I guess so. He could be like a pinky puppet.
What's up?
So I'm
Anyway.
missing that from the Mario McDonald's toys. So I need to
You
pick
don't
one
have
up.
the real collection until you have it, Russ.
I guess so. With the mascots.
Oh, you know what else I thought of?
Yes.
Captain Falcon.
Okay. Yep. Again, another Nintendo. That makes me think of, even though Captain Falcon wasn't in it, the commercial for Smash Brothers on N64, where you have all the mascots walking and then they start like fighting each other. It's Pikachu, it's Mario, I think Donkey Kong. You remember that commercial?
No,
No.
surprisingly not. Now, if I saw it, I might be like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that." But currently, in my state of mind, I don't remember it.
I'll have to bring it up here.
But also, I hope I don't lose too many fans saying this. It's probably because I'm not good at it, but I don't like Smash Brothers.
Any of them?
None of them.
None of them. Sorry.
I don't like falling off the thing every 5 seconds. I think I just suck. Okay, I need to get good, but I still don't like it.
I don't know if it's gonna have music.
Oh, I remember this.
I'll just turn the music off here. Oh, Yoshi's in there. So
I
they're
remember
skipping
this.
in the Daisy field.
Yeah, and then they start fighting. I do remember this. Yeah, okay.
That must have
Okay.
been so fun to film.
I bet it was. I do remember it now.
Okay.
Good old Smash Brothers.
Nice.
Maybe I'll like it one day.
We'll see. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, I was gonna say we haven't done the Nintendo Power Minute in a minute.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you have one handy. I have some Nintendo Powers over
Hang
here,
on.
but I think it's ones that I have already read.
I'll get this Power Minute going. Hang on.
And I was like, I did like that portion of the show, so we could try to bring that back.
All right, chosen at complete random. I got.
Hold on, I gotta do the thing. Let's break for a power minute.
All right.
What do we got? Rescue Rangers issue.
Oh my god, dude! Listen, this was totally unplanned. You saw me. I just went and grabbed it. July and August of 1990.
Perfect.
Perfect chances.
What were the top games back in July and
First,
August
I'm
of
going to show you.
1990?
First, I'm going to show you this sweet picture. Okay,
Oh wow, Dracula's Curse
dude,
right there.
that's incredible. Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, full poster, just gorgeous. Look at this. There's like a little business reply thing in here. Still in there.
You could send it in if you want to get more issues.
You can send it in. Full coverage of Dracula's Curse.
Well, that's good. It gives you probably all tips of different paths you could take and what each character does.
All right, are you guys ready for the Nintendo Power Top 30? We're going to start at 10 and we're going to count down to 1, keep you in suspense. Number 10, Shadowgate, point and click adventure. Number 9, Tecmo Bowl. Number 8, a personal favorite of mine, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Number 7, The Legend of Zelda.
Nice.
Number 6, Tetris. Number 5, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link.
Oh, okay.
Another great one. Some people think it's not, but I like it. Number 4, Mega Man 2. Number 3, Mario Brothers 2. Oh, this one hurts me. It didn't quite make number 1. Number 2, Batman.
Oh, okay.
Rounding out at number 1, Super Mario Brothers 3. And there's your top 10 NES games for July and August of 1990.
Pretty good.
Chippendale
Pretty good.
Rescue Rangers edition.
Nice. Yeah, I dig that for sure. You were saying, yeah, what you're unsure, Batman or Castlevania was your favorite game?
So yeah, so
yeah.
I'm torn between Batman and Castlevania. It's like the never-ending debate in my mind, which is my favorite.
I almost wish they made a sequel to the Batman game that was more like the first game. You know?
Yeah. Joker's
Right.
Revenge is a little bit different. The bigger Batman sprite, a lot more knockback. Kind of weird. He uses like a bunch of sub weapons and doesn't punch anybody.
Right. Where's John Riggs? Do a little I'm sure they got like a ROM hack version, right? Maybe.
Do some kind of patch, yeah. Fix it.
That's it. Fix it. Cool. So that was Nintendo Power Minute.
That's right.
We'll try to get back into those. I gotta bring more. All my issues, I have like this small magazine rack you can see off to the side here.
You have that rack and I have this rack. Guess who doesn't have it? Retro Rick. He ain't getting it.
Nice. Yeah, I guess back to the topic of mascots. So what's interesting is I think early on you saw more commercials, right? With the mascots in it. Like we were
Yep.
saying, Crash was doing it. I can't say current gen I see a lot of like commercials with any of the mascots.
You just see like commercials for the specific game. I remember the Metroid Dread commercial, and that's about all I remember recently. Sorry, thought I had a lot to say and then I didn't.
And then he didn't. Yeah, I feel like they're just, if it's like a PlayStation commercial, they're just kind of throwing a bunch of games that are for the system out there.
Yeah.
But I would say, yeah, like Kratos would be for the newer gen. Maybe even I'd say what is it? Is it Nate? No, Uncharted. Was it Nate?
I don't know anything
Nathan.
about
Yeah,
Uncharted, sadly.
Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series. I would say for PlayStation would be a good mascot because he had the first 3 games on PS3, and then you had Uncharted 4 on PS4. So I feel like he was kind of a mascot for the system. It's almost like those are the system sellers. Maybe you're not getting into the PlayStation. You're like, oh, those Uncharted games look good. Like I saw Nathan Drake. Like maybe I'll grab it. So they're helping sell the systems there.
Yeah. Hey, sorry, this is just a thought that ran through my head while you were speaking, but I mean, Dracula's Curse was in this book. Would you consider Simon Belmont a oh my god, what's the word? A mascot for Nintendo?
That's tough because he did start out on Nintendo, but then the Castlevania series
Oh, I
You know,
did go to
went to
PlayStation.
did go to Genesis, go to PlayStation.
But remember Captain N, the Game Master? Simon Belmont was in that cartoon.
He was.
But yeah, you're right. He did eventually bounce around.
Yeah. So I feel like, being more exclusive to that one system makes him more of a mascot.
Poor Simon Belmondo. He got passed off to PlayStation.
The Nintendo hardware couldn't. I mean, I guess he was on. They did have a few. It was on N64. They did have some Castlevania games on 3DS. I
Oh, they
remember.
had it on Genesis too, like you said, like Bloodlines.
Right. Oh, then there was Castlevania. I think Judgment on the Wii
Weird.
came out. I never played that one.
Weird. Never knew that existed. I wasn't a Wii aficionado.
No, some good gems out there.
Some
There's
good
this
shovelware too.
there's this game I like to play. It's called Smash Brothers on the.
Mm. Sounds
Just give it a shot.
stupid. Sounds boring.
Boring.
Sounds like you might fall off a cliff a lot.
um, what are the topics of the mascot we dive into?
I don't know. I think it's Mario is the most versatile. He has like the most accessories of all the mascots.
Well, depending on what you mean by accessories.
Well, like like he's got the raccoon tail. He can turn into
Okay.
the bear. He's got Yoshi can ride. He's got
That I would say that made me think because you said accessories. It almost made me think like, okay, like Mario, you could get a Mario backpack, a lunchbox, a travel mug,
oh
pillowcases.
Are you
eh,
talking about Nintendo oddities?
Those Nintendo oddities, where your mascot is also your brand, which also you get your merchandise for, and that's what you're selling. You get Zelda shirts, Metro. Yeah, I just went to the Nintendo store and they had a ton of Zelda, Metroid, Pokemon stuff, and of course Mario things. And if you're gonna buy an Xbox shirt, you're probably gonna get something with Master Chief on it.
Yep. Yep.
So it's almost having a marketable mascot that can also sell more than games.
That's it.
Like again with Spyro, I've seen Spyro plushies.
Yep.
So you're like, okay, and there's definitely some T-shirts and stuff out there because then you're also getting that marketing material for the upcoming games and this and that. So you got to have them be marketable for that. Where I guess a lot of those other characters fell short. Era the Acrobat, Bubsy couldn't make the cut.
Yeah. Couldn't do it.
How about Parappa the Rappa for PlayStation?
I don't know. Was he a mascot? I guess. I wasn't a PlayStation guy, so I don't know.
I see. I
I do
see.
remember the and all that stuff. Him and that onion dude hanging out.
Kick, punch. It's all in the mind. If you want to test me, I'm sure to find.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Seemed interesting in the 90s. Now it
I
seems kind
I
of
will say I came across. I wonder if I can Google it quickly, where they did bring up Laura Croft for Tomb Raider being a mascot for PlayStation. Someone did a fantastic cosplay of her um, as the PlayStation 1
Laura
version.
Croft. Was he
Yeah.
very like blocky looking,
Yes.
like
Let's
angular
see. Oh,
legs?
and they also they did the butler as well.
The butler. I don't know about the butler. Oh wow, that looks so weird.
Right?
Look at the
But good, but
look
so
at
good.
the 8-bit chest.
Right, yeah, that's what I said. The chest is literally like a box, like,
That is so
on its
funny.
side. But I was like, "That's great." In the face, they did all the hexagons and everything.
I wonder how much time that took. That looks insane.
I mean, it's literally just the chest and then making a polygon mask.
But the face has got to be like all those angles.
I know, yeah, looking in on it there and getting the color right,
Yeah, that's funny.
but
It's amazing.
certainly sweet.
Yeah. But like how I was saying, how Mario has all those accessories, like Sonic's always just this little blue dude with spikes that runs fast and turns into a ball. Like that's really all he does.
Yeah, I guess so. They
He's a
did
one trick pony.
I mean, well,
One Trick Hedgehog.
on the Nintendo, he did turn into a werewolf.
Oh, see, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they have Sonic Unleashed and I think Sonic Black Knight on the
Oh, the
Wii.
Wii. Oh, yeah, I sold that game before. When I was
But
a
if
dirty
we're talking
reseller.
OG, Sonic didn't have he was just running, had his cool shoes. And then Mario, kept kind of upgrading with each rendition.
Yep.
You're like, oh, Mario 3, now he can turn into all these Super Mario World. Now he's got like a cool cape and like,
Yeah.
okay, you get a feather, like you can get a whatever their
You
abilities.
can ride a
Yoshi,
dinosaur,
you can
most
ride a
importantly.
dinosaur. Yeah.
That blew my mind that was an idea that they had since Mario 1.
Right. And they just couldn't essentially, I guess, pull it off with maybe the graphics card or memory or what. So they put it on the shelf, said we'll come back to that.
Well, thank God they did with Mario's World, because I think when I saw him pop out of that egg, my mind exploded. I've never been the same since.
Well, I think it hit perfect too at that point because like dinosaurs were like big. You had Dino Saucers cartoon series, right? The dinosaurs, not the mama like show.
Oh yeah. And did Jurassic Park come out at that point? Or was it like a year out?
Yeah, and probably that.
I think they came out in '93 actually.
So it was like, okay, ninjas and dinosaurs. And like, what do we put in their game?
I don't know.
Put a dinosaur. Mario couldn't be a ninja, fortunately.
He'd look like Alex Kidd. Like an idiot.
Maybe Luigi would have been a better ninja role. Although they did have those star ninja things in Mario 2, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. I think Luigi needs his own ninja game.
Well, he definitely needs more games. Like, why is he tied to the mansion? Like, that's his only niche. Like, I mean, I guess they did do a platforming game on the Wii U. That was the like new Super Mario Bros, but like Luigi U.
There needs to be a Luigi game where he saves Mario. Like, I guess he saves him on Luigi's Mansion, but like more of a heroic save.
Right.
Where he's not so scared.
We'll see. I don't know.
That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that. Mascots. We love them. Hopefully, game companies keep making them and we'll keep buying merchandise and they'll be promoting games and in the companies they run.
We'll see. That's all us 80s kids are, as a victim of merchandising.
Right. Because then you can almost switch from mascots to like, okay, like toys, what mascots for each company.
I think we need to do a part 2 of mascots at some point and talk about favorite cereal mascots.
That's true. That could be a good one.
Unless we haven't already done that. Maybe we did.
I think they're coming out with a new. Aren't they coming out with a new monster cereal?
They are. They are.
So tune in October.
That'll be hitting about September, late September probably.
I will say I did. It's off camera. I'll pull up a picture. I did go buy a Christmas ornament this week.
Was it the NES controller from Walmart?
No. What is it? Hallmark just put out. I guess what this year is going to be. So it ended up being Samus.
Oh, I like it.
So
Very
they
cool.
got Samus in the power suit. So I was like, let me get that now before it sells out.
Yeah, that's cool. Samus is cool.
If you guys want to call into the show, you can leave a message, 949-682-9277. And let us know how we're doing. Let us know with some topics you want to hear. Maybe your favorite mascot. And we'll play it on air.
That's right.
And we got new episodes every Saturday at 7 a.m. Plus the Warp Pipe Wednesday shorter episodes come out every Wednesday at 7 a.m. as well.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you can't watch Saturday morning cartoons anymore, but you can listen to me and Russ.
That's true.
Or Russ and I.
However you want to say it. Weeklywarpipe.com. I do have a newsletter that I just started that's on the website there. So if you go there and there's a newsletter page, you can sign up. It's going to come out twice a month, kind of showcasing some videos that I've been up to, what podcast stuff we've been up to, and a few other cool things as well. So give it a type in and sign up.
That's right. Do it. Do it or you suck like Alex Kidd.
Love it. All right, guys. As always, I'm Russ Lyman. Keep your world fun bit by bit.
Later.